Last time on MasterChef Australia.
This needs to be spectacular home cooking.
The amateur cooks raided the pantries of 3 very different households.
I say sit that in front of me, I'll eat that all night. That is delicious.
And both Sam and Tregan said farewell to the MasterChef kitchen.
I am really, really proud of every single thing I've achieved there.
Tonight,
As this is a mega invention test, we had to bring in the mega inventor of food himself.
Oh, my
Heston Blumenthal.
culinary wizard Heston Blumenthal returns with unlikely pairs.
What ingredient will you pick?
This should be a celebration of cooking.
But as the competition heats up, the stakes get higher.
This week, 3 of you will be eliminated.
The odds are just getting tougher and tougher.
The grand prize in Australia's biggest cooking competition, the chance to work inside some of the country's best kitchens, a book publishing deal, $100,000 to kickstart their food dream, and the title of Australia's next MasterChef.
Burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are. We got today, so spin me round and show me the way back to burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are.
It's 6:15. That means time to get up.
You do. I don't normally talk to them about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
It's a new week in the MasterChef house, and I'm ready for what's to come. I'm actually looking forward to a standard old mystery box.
This morning I'm feeling pretty calm. I've been up quite early, and as my dad always says, you know, if you're ever in a pickle or if you're ever in a bad situation, just do a little more prayers just to get you through it. And I did that this morning. I'm feeling quite relaxed and at peace.
Haven't had dessert for a while.
I know.
That's
Fingers
scary.
crossed.
No, I
Yes.
don't want dessert. No.
Get over it.
I don't want dessert. I want the target.
I felt good this morning. Had a really good weekend. Revived after going to Kangaroo Island. I'd love to win today. Actually, more's the point, I'd love not to lose today.
No mystery box.
Good morning. Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen.
Thanks.
But you may have noticed something a little bit different this morning.
Yep.
What is it?
Mystery box.
No mystery boxes. We've done it again, haven't we? Always a little change to keep you on your toes. Well, let me tell you, this week is going to be huge.
This week's challenges are going to test your creativity. They're also going to work out how much you really want to be here. Because this week, 3 of you will be eliminated.
Immediately, you know, you could cut the tension in the air with a knife. We're down to 13, so 3 people going home. The odds are just getting tougher and tougher.
Gosh. Whoa.
It starts today. It starts with an invention test, but not any invention test. It starts with a mega invention test. To set this mega invention test, we picked a chef who never got paid for working in the kitchen before he opened his own restaurant. He opened his own place with just 3 weeks' experience, doing stages for other people. He has now held 3 Michelin stars for 8 years.
Oh my God! Holy shivers.
He's regarded as one of the greatest chefs the world's ever produced.
Oh my God, we are in trouble.
As this is a mega invention test, we had to bring in the mega inventor of food himself. From the Fat in London, Heston Blumenthal.
It's Heston Blumenthal. Oh my God! Wow. Wow. It's Heston. It's Heston. He's coming into the kitchen.
There's an entry, blimey, thank you.
Heston, welcome back to MasterChef Kitchen. Thank you. 3rd time. You've caused a certain amount of commotion amongst our contestants. And I don't know what it is. I think with some of them, it's wow, he's my hero. With others, it's wow, this is going to be really hard. Audra?
Oh, it's still crying? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna start crying now. I can't believe it. I mean, Wade and I were just looking at your book last night. He was actually doing something out of your book last night. You're an inventor, and I think what you bring to food in terms of, you know, the science behind it, you make things make sense. You're a genius. Have I said that yet?
Thank you.
Amina?
As a home cook, I find it really difficult to get around the science behind food, and personally, going through high school, I hated science. But what you do and how you do it, that's a different scope altogether.
Well, you know, I left school with an A-level in art, and I failed my O-level chemistry. For me, it was wanting to know why things worked. I didn't like not knowing why, and there's nothing wrong with asking questions.
For me, Heston's food is all about one thing. It's all about harnessing flavour, often in new and unusual ways that delight and surprise us. And today, what we're going to be asking you to do is bring us a bit of Heston magic.
So let's have a look at the rules for today. Underneath these cloches are 6 perfectly matched pairs of ingredients. And the kicker is that they've been chosen by Heston. So it does make you wonder what the hell is under those cloches. So, you're going to get to choose a pair and cook one dish. However, we're only going to show you one of the ingredients in each pair. You make your choice based on that one ingredient. Heston, you're going to do the honours.
Bacon. Cauliflower. Beetroot. Caviar. And for the last one, blue cheese.
Right, now it's time to make that crucial decision. What ingredient will you pick? Without knowing what that second paired ingredient is. Kylie, you're first.
I'm going the blue cheese.
Blue cheese, well done. Wade, you're next.
Vegemite.
Bo.
Cauliflower.
Jules.
I'm going to go Vegemite as well.
Audra.
I'm going to go with beetroot.
I'm going to go cauliflower.
I'm going to go beetroot. Beetroot. I'm going to go that way.
Amina.
Well, these guys reckon I should go for the bacon, but today I'm going to go for a finer ingredient, caviar.
Andy.
Cauliflower.
Mindy.
I'm definitely choosing bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Vegemite.
Andrew?
I'm going to go for the blue cheese.
You made your choice of one half of the ingredients you're going to have to cook with today in this invention test. Now, Mr. Blumenthal.
I'll do the honours.
Reel the kicker.
OK.
I don't actually want to see.
Your pairing is bacon and chocolate.
I'm happy. I was hoping it might be something like that, actually.
OK, Team Vegemite.
I'm hoping there's something kind of seafoody under the second cloche, because I'm thinking, you know, Vegemite being salty, I might be able to cure some fish or something like that.
You've got to go with your Vegemite, chocolate.
God, you're happy about that.
There's Julia celebrating. She's just won a gold medal at the Olympics. And poor Wayne looks like...
I've fallen on the start line.
Yeah, he fell over at the starting point. OK, so, cauliflower.
Chocolate that's paired with the blue cheese. I am wrapped. I have had a dish in mind since sort of the beginning, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to do it today.
I feel panicked. I think for once throughout this entire competition, I'm actually, I have no thoughts. I'm pretty bedazzled.
Heston, final bit of inspiration.
Just be so excited about this. This should be a celebration of cooking. It really should. And remember that you've got 4 chocolates on here. They've all got different characteristics to them. Don't just think about the aroma, think about the taste. So the salt, the sour, the bitter, the sweet, and think about the texture of the chocolate and the temperature, because it's all going to make a difference. Then I thought, well, it wouldn't be right for me to come here without any dry ice. There is a very quick way of making ice cream. So this is just a smoothie from the shops. But just sort of demonstrating how easy this is. Dry ice is, you just got to be a bit careful. It's about -70 centigrade. So just pour the smoothie into the bowl. That's it.
Well, you tell me.
OK, great. That's a good one.
All of that?
Go on. There. See, it works every time. You can turn a bowl and a whisk into the best ice cream machine you've ever got. Less than 2 minutes. You can see.
So now you're blinded with a little science. You've picked the ingredients that you're going to cook with. Make sure you think about those carefully. You've got 90 minutes to cook one dish from that pair of ingredients. Free range in the pantry, choose whatever you need. The best dish of the day wins their maker a chance at immunity. So take it seriously, you'll want to win. We're also looking for the 3 worst dishes of the day. And for those guys, not a great result. You will go straight into a pressure test, and from there, one person will be going home. Shake off any thoughts of losing today. Shake off any thoughts of being in that bottom 3. As Heston said, have some fun, and maybe, if you're lucky, you're going to be the one that wins today's challenge. Your 90 minutes starts now.
Get on!
Invention tests don't get any bigger when it comes to Heston Blumenthal. He is a master of invention and he's an absolute genius. I cannot believe he's here.
Heston Blumenthal to me means science, food, and it's absolutely frightening.
Which is the hardest pairing? Which are the two ingredients that are going to be most difficult to make a great dish from?
I say Vegemite. Just to come up with a concept that you can put on a plate that works well without that Vegemite overpowering the chocolate and vice versa.
What do you think, Heston?
Possibly the bacon. For me, what's so critical with all these is the type of chocolate they use.
Yeah.
And if it's going to be warm or cold, it's going to be a real challenge.
I think only one person's picked caviar, which is Amina. She's probably the biggest home cook amongst them. You know, she cooks really big North African, Moroccan or South Korean, because that's her heritage kind of dishes. And then you're going to go, geez, that's a brain tease for her.
There are 4 chocolates. If she gets the wrong one, and there are 3 wrong choices you can make.
I think we're going to have maybe a couple of dishes that are going to be a bit weird and a bit wacky, but I'm hoping most of them are going to absolutely nail it.
This is all Heston freaky stuff today. I mean, bacon and chocolate, how weird is that?
It is definitely all about, you know, letting your imagination just go crazy today. We've got to be really inventive to impress Heston, so I think that's the key.
Heston freaks me out. I'm not into the whole science type of thing. I'm not into that side of cooking, so this is one that I'll have to think a lot about. Fingers crossed I get through it.
I think Heston's style of cooking or his ethos on cooking is completely not something I would do at home or even here. I mean, caviar and chocolate, for me, that's just a wild mix.
Amina, Heston.
Hi,
how are
nice
you?
to meet you.
Lovely
I'm
to
Amina.
meet you. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. So what's going on here?
I've chosen the caviar and I'm going to go for white chocolate.
Have you tried the two together?
I haven't yet, no. The white chocolate really mellows it out.
Surprising how they work, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about the balance.
Yep.
Think about acidity, think about bitterness. And you sort of want both ingredients to shine, but in a way that one doesn't kill the other.
The two can work amazingly together. Like really eye-openingly, like angel singing time moments. So,
okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Today, my 2 ingredients are blue cheese and chocolate, and what I'm going to turn them into is a beautiful dessert. So a blue cheese and honey ice cream in a chocolate ice cream cone with a dark chocolate fudge sauce and beautiful candied walnuts and muscatels. First thing I do is warm up my milk and cream, whisk my eggs together and warm up my honey as well, put it all together and then strain it over the blue cheese. And then adding the exciting ingredient, the dry ice, and making an awesome ice cream.
Ah, Harry Potter, eat your heart out.
We're looking for the winning combo. Doesn't matter if it's wacky, a bit weird, but it must taste delicious. 1 hour to go.
My 2 ingredients for today are cauliflower and chocolate. I'm going to deep fry some cauliflower florets and serve that with a chili chocolate sauce. And I'm also going to do a white chocolate and cauliflower sorbet. I've never made a sorbet, and I definitely haven't made one with cauliflower, so it's going to be tough, and if I don't pull it off, it's going to taste like crap.
It's not every day you get to cook for Heston Blumenthal. Make it count. You got 45 minutes to go.
For today's invention test, 6 ingredients are unveiled to us, and it's bacon, cauliflower, Vegemite, caviar, beetroot, and blue cheese. They're paired with the second ingredient, chocolate.
There you go. That's what I like to see.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
So what's your mixture?
All sorts of stuff. I'm just sort of winging it. I'm just having a bit of fun. There's yogurt, cauliflower puree, a few spices. It's got a bit of tang to it. I'm trying to do like a Middle Eastern sort of dessert.
You ever think you'd be standing here, Heston on the other side of this, you whisking in white chocolate cup?
Like this is just, it's surreal. You watch it on TV and you never think it'd happen to yourself.
It's a long way from Castlemaine. Good luck, mate.
It's quite odd.
Wade,
hey, gents.
what's the dish?
Look, today I'm doing a dark chocolate tart with a Vegemite pastry.
Vegemite pastry? That was a bit of a left field, but I don't know why. I didn't think this is to make pastry. Can I grab a bit?
Try it with a bit of the dark chocolate.
Yeah. And you know what it's new to him? That the Vegemite really brings out the bitterness of that chocolate. I know. Any questions for Heston while he's here?
Look, I think that's the thing. I'm trying to work out, I guess, how I can really amp the dish up.
Just remember salt. I know Vegemite is salty anyway.
Yep.
The salt reduces the perception of bitterness.
Okay.
Cool. Lovely. And I love the simplicity of it. It's really good.
Thank you.
What a hoot. Chocolate and blue cheese. I love chocolate. I love blue cheese. Let's make it a marriage. Today I'm going to do a milk chocolate and blue cheese ice cream, a shortbread crumble. I'm also going to do a white chocolate and blue cheese sponge. The technique I'm using to make the sponge today is one I learnt in a pressure test. Once I've got my cream mixture in the cream gun, I pump it up and you shake the daylights out of it till you can feel that it's not moving in there, and then you just squirt some of it into a paper coffee cup and bung it in the microwave for 25 seconds. That's how it works.
We love a little bit of Heston magic, and that's what this challenge is about. 30 minutes to go.
Julia, last week was a pretty tumultuous one for you.
It was.
Way too much time in elimination challenges. Is this dish going to put you back on top?
It is. It is definitely going to put me back on top. I've had enough of being in those eliminations.
Now what are you making?
I'm making some macarons with a white chocolate and Vegemite ganache. So I'm trying to use something that's familiar to me as a vehicle for expressing new flavours.
Interesting this, because they're not the easiest things to make, macaron. When you make them well, for me, they should have a really delicate crust. And
just a pop.
Just a pop. Sometimes they end up being made really chewy.
And that combination of white chocolate and the butteriness of white chocolate and Vegemite, it makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you.
I mean, I think if you get this right, it could be right up there.
Yeah. Good stuff, Julia.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
Thank you, Heston.
Mindy, how's it going? You making ice cream?
I'm making avocado ice cream. Oh, be careful, this one.
No, it'll be fine. Interesting stuff. Now we're here, there's a little rumour that your bacon praline is pretty cool. Is that what that is?
Yeah, that is.
So what did you do?
I crispied up the bacon, made a praline, caramelised it, like almost burnt the sugar, and then just blitzed it all in once I got it together.
Nice, isn't it?
Yep.
So how are you incorporating the chocolate into this?
I've got chocolate-dipped bacon.
Oh, wow, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yeah. Give it another shot, you
I
reckon?
don't know. Sometimes it's difficult to see another person's vision.
Yeah.
You just go for it. Let's see what happens.
Thanks, Gary.
This is not my element. This is not my comfort zone, especially with, a very bizarre match. Caviar and chocolate. I've never even thought that could be possible. So in saying that, the dish that I'm going to make is somewhat Japanese. So I'm going to use the white chocolate. I'm going to make that into a mousse with the black caviar and olive oil. And I'm going to serve that up with a really nice fresh salmon dish.
Hey, Mina.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are
25
you?
minutes to go. Is it coming together?
Yes, it is.
What's happening?
Slowly.
What's happening?
I've got my olive oil and caviar mousse in the fridge at the moment.
Yep, great
I'm just
stuff.
doing a salmon salad to go with it.
See all these lovely little ingredients you've got. You don't want to overdo it.
No.
You just want like little touches of it.
Yes.
And you still want to keep the chocolate and the caviar, the hero of the dish.
They are, exactly.
Loving the challenge?
This is completely out of my comfort zone.
Challenge.
It's crazy. Yes.
Jules, you got a lot going on.
Yes.
What are you going to make?
Today, I'm going to make white chocolate mousse.
Yep.
I'm also going to do a pecan crumble, and I'm going to do Vegemite and citrus caramel.
Have you had any basic taste tests for this?
Yeah, I have actually. I've tasted it. I've just added the Vegemite to the caramel, so it's still dissolving in there. It hasn't fully dissolved yet. I haven't tasted it yet, though.
Does that work?
Yeah. It absolutely works.
Good.
It's very, I have to say, that works really well. Really surprisingly
it's a
well.
Vegemite butterscotch. It's delicious.
Yeah, do you know what? That look on your face
That is delicious.
is exactly why this challenge can be so exciting if you get it right. It's those ingredients that seemingly It just wouldn't work together.
Yeah, I would never try this at home, ever.
You know, now all I'm going to say is you got a winner there.
Yeah.
That's a definite winner.
Yeah.
Make sure the other things don't confuse what you're doing, because that is a winning flavour.
Yep. Gotcha, thank you. I just hope that I can do enough with the rest of the elements in my dish to have a winning dish.
In amongst the confusion or maybe inspiration of this challenge, keep your eye on one thing. You want that chance of immunity. 15 minutes to go. I love days like this because not only are they in awe of you as a superstar in the cooking world, but you come in and you set them a challenge that, quite frankly, would scare the pants off most chefs.
Probably me as well.
Yeah, it scared me. Let's be honest. You two went off around the room together. What did you find that you've fallen in love with? What's good?
I think that the issue is the Vegemite is a tricky one, but we've seen some really good stuff. There's Julia's macaroons.
They looked like they had the potential to be fantastic. I like the fact that she incorporating the various ingredients into one thing.
Yeah.
And we tasted
Jules' was amazing.
Yeah, butterscotchy caramel with Vegemite in. I have to say, I'm not sure what else she's going to add to it, but that bit on its own has worked really well.
Andrew's made this beautiful blue cheese sponge. Will you be able to nail all the other flavours to let that sponge shine? And then Kylie, she's been so close to producing great dishes time and time again. She's making a blue cheese ice cream with a chocolate ganache with these little cones. Maybe that'll be the great dish that she's promised.
Hey, we asked them to get carried away with their imagination. They are. So who are we to say anything? Let's see how it all turns out.
In the uncharted territory now, I'm playing with Vegemite, so that makes me a little bit anxious. Just making a Vegemite and white chocolate ganache and tasting as I go, otherwise it's going to be overpowering. I want to add another dimension to my macarons. So I'm making a raspberry coulis with fresh raspberries, which will sit in the centre of my macarons. It's either going to go together well, or I'm going to have to think of something else at the last minute, and I do not want to be in that bottom three again.
I'm just winging it. I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just adding flavours in. This is completely different to what I do. I mean, I'd never do desserts, and all of a sudden I'm doing a dessert with cauliflower and chocolate. So I'm right in the deep end.
I've got my praline and double cream ready. I go to put my tarts in the oven, and they're burnt around the edges.
Can't wait to taste. 2 minutes to go.
I'm plating up and I am concerned about my plating up. It's not exactly looking as to how I want it to be, and I still need to quenelle the mousse, and I'm really disappointed in what I'm doing.
You got 30 seconds to make all Heston's dreams come true.
Be absolutely delicious if it comes off.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Service is over.
Happy days. Ah, damn it.
Pastry is just a bit burnt around the edges. It's cooked, but, you know, it's not what I wanted.
This is the Mega Invention Test. We need you to be mega inventive. We'll taste your dishes now. And the first dish we'd like to taste is Wado.
My two paired ingredients were Vegemite and chocolate. So I've got a choc hazelnut tart with some Vegemite pastry, and I've salted praline on the side with a bit of vanilla pod mixed in with the cream.
Weird, but good weird. And I think it works for a number of reasons. If you love peanut butter and Vegemite, this is the sort of dessert you'll go crazy for because it's got that toasty flavour from the pastry. It's got the nut flavour, which gives you that peanut characteristic. And the Vegemite is a savoury note that's a little bit salty, which goes perfectly with your chocolate, your nuts and your sweetness. One flaw, you've taken the pastry too far around the edge.
I think you've got a good balance there. It's a little bit unfortunate that you've caught the edge of the pastry, so it brings a bit more bitterness than maybe it should have. You know, the saltiness from the Vegemite and the bitterness from the chocolate is working really well. So, yeah, I think you've done a good job.
Thank you.
Next up to the tasting table, Julia.
Oh.
Julia.
I have made Vegemite and white chocolate macarons.
Confident?
Yes.
Have you won today?
Yes.
Great, let's taste it.
There's nothing else to say, is there?
So you're going to ask it.
Sir?
Okay.
They look
Oh, good.
bloomin' good. Oh.
Yeah.
There's a raspberry in the middle.
It's a surprise.
That's inspired, it's familiar, and I love that addition of raspberry because that actually cleanses and assists to get the whole thing down and really enjoy it.
I think without that, this would have just gone over the edge. And for me, I do get on the finish, I can taste the white chocolate.
I can too.
And it's good because sometimes white chocolate can be so cloying. And it's also a great macaron.
I think that's an insanely good idea, and I don't think I would have come up with that idea. I think putting that raspberry in the middle is absolutely brilliant. I can taste the Vegemite, I can smell the Vegemite. I think the macaroons are perfectly made. Wow.
Bo.
I'm not overly confident with my dish. I like some aspects of it, but there's others that I'm not too happy with. And Heston is one of the biggest chefs in the world, and it's really daunting to have him taste your food.
Bo, what's the dish?
I've got deep-fried cauliflower with a chili chocolate sauce, and I have a cauliflower and white chocolate sorbet / ice / frozen yogurt.
Why?
It was just an invention. I was just putting stuff in until I got it to something that I thought tasted pretty good.
If you were to nip back right now, hop on a plane, down to where you come from, see your mates, pop that on the table, what would they say?
Without swearing?
Ideally without swearing. I know it's going to be a much shorter sentence.
They'd probably think I was a moron.
Like diving into a swimming pool in the dark. You have no idea whether there's water there or not. Your sorbet's very icy, which is a pity because for me that's the standout on this dish. That combination of white chocolate and cauliflower is brilliant. And surprisingly, chocolate ganache with the cauliflower popcorn leaves me cold. And I just don't kind of get it. It's neither savoury, it's neither sweet. It's sort of, it falls between the two stools for me.
Thank you.
Next up, Mindy.
It's crispy bacon covered in chocolate, and I've got an avocado ice cream and a bacon praline.
4 in the morning will be brilliant.
I love the look of it, but there's something wrong with the chocolate and the bacon bit. Grab your dish, back to your bench.
Alice.
I've cooked a white chocolate and creme fraiche ice cream, chocolate soil, some beetroot dust and beetroot jellies.
But this dish is almost like being blindfolded, spun round really quickly, take the blindfold off, you don't know where you are. You're all a bit dizzy, and for that, I think I kind of enjoy it.
Deborah, you're next.
I've made a chocolate and beetroot cake, sticky baby beetroot, and a baked beetroot and almond ice cream.
I think a really nice balance in that dish. You can still taste the earthiness of the beetroot chocolate flavour. It's gutsy and refined. OK, Jules, your turn.
And what I've decided to make is a white chocolate mousse with a Vegemite and citrus caramel, a pecan crumble and fresh orange segments.
I'm liking the look of this.
Oh, good. That's a good start.
I'm intrigued to see, because your caramel we tasted was really nicely balanced. Interesting to see how it mixes with the rest of the ingredients. As I said, that caramel at the bottom is great, and it works well with the crumble and the bit of fruit you've got, but I think there needs to be a bit more acidity to cut through the white chocolate mousse.
Yep.
It's nice to eat. I just think, as a portion, I think it's quite rich.
Yep.
I think by the end of it, you'd really know it.
Typical chef, they always say that portion's too big because they like portions that are about that size.
Smaller than that.
Teeny portions. This dessert looks so kind of familiar. You know, that idea of vanilla and butterscotch, it's such a kind of classic. And you get this wonderful, rich caramel with this tang of Vegemite, and the white chocolate works perfectly with it. And then bizarrely, and I have no idea why it is, those two flavors to me just remind me of pecan.
Yeah.
And the pecan crumbles, therefore, brilliant to place on top. Given a choice of what I'd eat, a bowl full of this dessert, or a plate of 4 of those macarons from Jules, I pick your dessert.
Thank you very much.
Next up, Amina.
I'm really disappointed. The dish should be beautiful and appetising, but it's just not looking that way, unfortunately.
I've done an olive oil mousse with the black caviar. I've also made really clean salmon salad. It's got dashi and brown vinaigrette, as well as the red caviar.
All right, and that's the skin?
Yes, it's just gone soft.
It's gone a bit soggy now because it's been sitting on the mousse. White chocolate and salmon should work together. White chocolate and caviar should work together. So your basic idea, I think, was good. I think the biggest problem you've got going on here is texture. And what's happened, it's all a bit sort of sloppy. And because the chocolate and olive oil mousse doesn't have any texture to it, it's just really foamy and wet again, it's all a bit mushy.
Thank you.
Next up to the tasting table, Andrew.
I've done a white chocolate and blue cheese sponge, and I've done a milk chocolate and blue cheese ice cream with a dark chocolate truffle and just a little bit of coulis and some raspberries.
Have you tasted it?
Yes.
All together?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
For me, the blue cheese and the milk chocolate doesn't really work. I just find it really... You taste it and you go, yeah, I like this. And then you go, hang on, I don't like it. It's got this funny, weird flavour on my palate. And then with the raspberry and then the sponge actually isn't a big whack of blue cheese flavour. It needs to be more blue cheesy. For me, if I closed my eyes and tasted it, I wouldn't get it. It's not a great dish.
The milk chocolate, that's probably the thing that's just jarring.
Yeah.
Stopping the other elements of the dish come together. Very ambitious and great effort.
Thank you.
Next up to the tasting table is Kylie.
This is going to be the dish that the judges either love or they're going to absolutely hate. Blue cheese in itself is such a strong flavour, and if that is sort of running rampant through the ice cream, it's just going to ruin the whole dish.
This is my blue cheese and honey sundae with a hot fudge sauce and beautiful nuts and muscatels in the middle.
That looks so good. What is it? Why don't we all come up and enjoy it?
Are you going to sprinkle some little garnishy bits on there? Or?
Grab a spoon and pop some of the bits and pieces on there.
So these are the muscatel
Yeah, there's
soaked in
orange juice and a little bit of blue cheese.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey. And the toffee is made with isomalt.
Oh!
If you just have a spoonful of the ice cream first, it quite a hit with the blue cheese. And I thought, how's this going to come together?
Yep.
Because it seemed quite strong. When you take a bit of the nuts, the dried fruit, and that chocolate sauce, the whole thing comes alive. That, for me, is a great example how you can take two ingredients that you don't think go together, make them work. It's just a very exciting dish all round.
Thank you.
Heston, do you love this dish?
I love this dish.
You are an absolute legend. This is legendary stuff, and you should be so proud.
Thank you.
Wonderful cooking.
Sometimes you've got to stretch the boundaries. And I think some of you, in fact all of you, stretch them in one way or another, whether they're good or whether they're bad. We've tasted all your dishes. Now we need to go and decide who the winner is, and of course, who are the bottom three.
Let me define what a good day in the MasterChef kitchen is for me, George and Gary. It's when we come to the end of the tasting and there are way more dishes competing for the top 3 places than for the bottom 3. If I call your name, please step forward. The first name is someone who's promised, threatened like a storm cloud, to deliver this dish. Kylie. The second person delivered something that was crispy, crunchy, and worthy of Adriana Zumbo. Julia and your macarons. Our third person, with her delicious Vegemite caramel with white chocolate mousse, Jules. Each of your dishes showed a way of taking an unfamiliar combination and making it way more delicious than they were by themselves. So congratulations. But it falls to our special guest, the man who set this dastardly task, to announce the winner.
This was a lot harder than I expected. Not the challenge, but the decision. My winner is Kylie.
Thank you so much.
get a chance at my own immunity. I've been hanging out for this for ages. I'm so jolly excited.
It just makes it all the more special winning with somebody like you here, Heston. I love trying to be creative with all the dishes I put up, but you are just like the king of creativeness. And for me to deliver a dish that you enjoyed is just the icing on the cake for me. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. All I had to do was taste it.
Sometimes there's always a little bitter with the sweet. And today, I think it's a perfect expression. The makers of the 3 least impressive dishes of the day are going to find themselves in a pressure test. From there, and so close to the top 10, someone is going home. If I call your name, please step forward. Andrew. Bo. And Amina.
Oh.
Amina?
Yeah, pressure test for me tomorrow. It's going to be my 8th time in an elimination, but in saying that, it does not mean I'm going home.
Bo?
I perform my best when I'm under pressure, so that will come out tomorrow, no doubt.
Andrew?
Black Ninja's coming tomorrow.
It is like that, isn't it? It is like that. Every time we put you in a situation where you could go home in elimination, you pull a rabbit out of the hat, don't you?
Heston, thank you so much for dropping past and seeing us.
Well, I love this competition. One of the great things about MasterChef is it challenges. It really challenges. If you look at today's challenge, it was very difficult. And there was a winner and there were some losers. But if you look at what you guys did, how you approached it under pressure, and I can see a load of maybe slightly tired, but energized and motivated people. And for that, it's incredibly special, and I'm very pleased to be able to be part of it.
So, pressure test tomorrow for 3 of you. You know what that means. Go home, have a good think, recenter yourself, and remember why you came into this competition.
Thank you, Heston.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
Let's cook some stuff.
Next time on MasterChef Australia.
Bo, what do you not want to come through those doors?
Zumbo.
How about the man that taught Adriana Zumbo? This is your patisserie nightmare.
Award-winning patissier Vincent Gardin brings the pain.
I want you to open your mind. From now on, you're artists.
As Amina, Bo and Andrew face the most formidable pressure test yet.
It doesn't look like something you should eat.
And for one of these amateur cooks, the MasterChef journey will end.
Nothing to say, but wow. I wouldn't like to be in your spot right now. Tough call.
I'm definitely not ready to go home today.